This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Gotta go fast.
What's up, Sonic fam? It's Dan, back with a much anticipated sequel to my Sonic costume character evolution. That's right, it's time to talk about Tails. Now, I need everyone to know that I was a Sega Genesis kid. I loved my Sega Genesis, and I loved the Sonic games. And while speeding around like a crazy blue ball that could roll was super cool and all, nothing beat playing as Tails in the game. I gotta love that helicopter tail. And while I've shown you the insane and questionable history of the Sonic mascots of the years past, you all can breathe a sigh of relief because Tails, thankfully, is nothing but cute and cuddly and squishy and gorgeous, except for maybe there may be one or two weird ones, but otherwise, this is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be cute. So let's go. Not let's go. We gotta go fast. We gotta go fast into the speed force that is the history of Tails costume mascots. This is me running in the speed force. Kenny, put me in the speed force. In the speed force, Kenny. Pushing it to the limit. I'm not dressed up in this episode. I got my Tails hat on. You know, I got my T for Tails. They just don't make plus size adult male Sonic and Tails costumes. It's just not something that they're doing. And why would they? But I have my Sonic and Tails plushes, of course, on loan from the Johnson Institute. So thank you, Kenny, for that. Let's get into this. I'm hyped. I love Tails. He's the only reason I played Sonic games, quite honestly. So you might be asking yourself, well, who is Tails? I've heard all about Tails. Well, when Sonic 2 went into production, they knew they wanted to give Sonic a sidekick, so they held a contest with the employees, and the team pitched different characters, and the one that stuck most consistently was this little cute two-tailed fox. The character's name is Miles Tails Prower, which is apparently a pun on miles per hour. Miles Prower. And the nickname Tails stuck because, of course, well, I mean, he's got two tails. It's Tails, you know? Apparently the design of the character was inspired by Kitsune from the anime Urusei Yatsura? I don't know. Did I say that right? Let me know in the comments. Leaning on that super cute little cat form and borrowing from multiple tales of the Meow from Phantasy Star. There's a character Meow. Meow? It's cute and cuddly, and it's honestly so wholesome, and I'm so glad that like this beautiful creature has such a lovely backstory, while this guy is like Michael Jackson and Bill Clinton. Yikes. So you might be saying, but Dan, when did we get our first Tails costume? Well, right away. When Sonic 2 dropped in 1992, Sega launched a multi-continental marketing campaign that just put Sonic everywhere. And right alongside him was Tails. And so we get our first Tails costume in the UK, and boy, is he just the cutest. Look at this furry little guy. He's got like 60s shag carpet for skin. You know, like let's all head down to the romper room and wiggle our toes between Tails's fur. Like look at how luscious this fur is. It has like a realistic like red fox energy, you know? It is honestly gonna be the most realistic kind of fox-ish kind of costume that we're gonna see in the entire video. And while he still has the big bright eyes and the gloves and the shoes and whatnot, and I feel like ultimately later on Tails was kind of like revised. He was made to be a little bit taller, longer limbs, blue eyes, but this is early Tails. This is like OG Tails. And it wasn't just in the UK, oh no. Across the pond, hanging out with none other than teen heartthrob JTT, you could find the US division Sega's attempt at their Tails mascot, and this is just a cuddly guy. This just really captures that cartoonish charm. This is the Tails that I played with in Sonic 2, The texture of the fur is a later pile, it's shinier, it's brighter, it looks so good. It's almost comforting seeing how cute and cuddly the first version is, because we're so used to seeing horrific first versions of things, Like remember the first couple Sonics? Yikes. Sorry for the Getty images. So 1996, Sega was really on top of the world. So why not build a massive indoor Sega theme park, you might be asking yourself. Well, of course, Sega World London in the Trocadero. Remember the Trocadero? The same place that hosted Alien War from our Xenomorphs evolution? Now, what's so great about Sega World London is it's absolute failure. This thing flopped so hard, super high ticket prices, low tech offerings, packed queues, had a distinct lack of any other appeal beyond the single Sonic character. Like, it was just like, it just made everyone hate this place. Everyone hated this place. But they had a Tails costume there, and this Tails mascot it looks like it has seen things, man. Look at the pupils on this thing. It's a dark brown fox. It's dark, but maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe it's that, like, is this dress blue or gold or white or black, whatever, you know, it's that kind of trickery. When the Sega World in the UK fell flat, they're like, well, ship them out. Send them to jail. So they sent them to a UK jail, which is Australia.
Australia was originally founded as a settlement for British convicts. Lisa, watch your camera.
So Sega World went to Sydney. That's not literally what happened, but it's kind of funny at that. But hey, kangaroos and wallabies, they love Sonic because he saves them all the time when he breaks those little cubes in the game, you know? So when this got over to Sydney, huge hit. Everyone loved Sega over there. Everyone loved Tails. There was a Tails mascot built for Australia alongside a Dr. Robotnik, which is incredible. There's not enough to ever do a video on them, but just look at this Dr. Robotnik costume. Isn't that amazing? Don't you want that right now? Like, come on, Universal, someone, Disney, get Sonic on your team and get me a Dr. Robotnik that looks like this guy. Holy smokes, I love it. But look at that little cute fox in the background. He's got those little triangular trimmy. They love to do these little triangle trim bits. You know what I mean on Tails. Anyway, so Sega World Sydney, Tails really gives me a lot of Australian vibes, if I'm being honest.
$900 dues.
As I was working on finalizing this episode, I uncovered an apparent puppet show that happened at Sega World Sydney that I've got to talk about because it includes a puppet Tails. That's right, they had a full-on Sonic Sega puppet show, and now there's not a lot of photos of it because, of course, that's a popular trend in this episode, but there are a few, and they look amazing. It was a large stage that had these immovable pods that puppeteers could sit in, I imagine uncomfortably hot and sweaty, but in these, like, rolling pods, and the puppets could pop out of them and talk to kids, which I think is kind of cool. It's kind of clever. It's a little weird. These yellow things are a little weird looking, but, you know, whatever. The Tails puppet, though, super cute. Big, like, terrified eyes, but, you know, hey, that's just a trend in this video as well. Just terrified looking Tails. So 1998 rolls around, and the Dreamcast, guys. I have very visceral memories of the commercial where there's a fishes with faces, and you could talk, like you could put like a microphone, you could like raise your fish face babies. I think that's why I ended up also ultimately buying a PlayStation. Anyway, for Sonic's first big Dreamcast game, Sonic Adventures, we got a brand new set of costumes, and these are magnifico. These are really looking good. And we got Knuckles. Knuckles joined the trio. Remember when you could put there was like a Sonic game and you could click it onto another Sonic game? You could make like a Sonic game tower on top of your Genesis. Knuckles was it, man. Knuckles was so cool. Anyway, I love this detailing of this Tails. He's got a cute little shoe situation going on, cute little whiskers, a very tiny, you have to take note, very tiny bangs here. Very tiny little fox bangs, not big bangs. Pay attention to that because the next one is going to look nearly identical except for the bang size. But these are cool. They're CGI, like cartoony, like Dreamcast, like, oh, we're rendering these. These are computer rendered. They're not just sprites. Like, these are 3D Sonics. I like it. I like it a lot. I think this is cool. I think he looks cool.
You may not think I'm attractive, but your wife will.
Now in 1999, Sonic Party, I never played Sonic Party. It was like a Mario Party or something. It was like a Sonic Party games. I don't know, but they kind of like tweaked the costume and brought it back out like a year later with much larger bangs. See these big old bangs on this bad boy? See how big they are? They're looking good there. No mouth, bigger bangs. And also like Austin Powers-esque like chest hair. I like this guy, shiny fabric, nice shoes, you know, hey, what's not to love about this Tails? It's a very mascot polished Tails. I think that we were definitely heading in the right direction here with this era of Tails, if you will. Now, after the failure of Sega World in the UK and in Sydney, over in Japan, as I mentioned in my Sonic video, they made a theme park called Joyopolis, which was a super successful indoor Sonic Sega park, and it had its cute little inflatable Sonic there. And so Dubai was like, hey, we like that. So Sega just essentially like just copy and pasted it. They just recreated it in Dubai, but renamed it the Sega Republic. And there you could find a Tails new mascot. And oh man, this one is the best. He's super cute, kawaii, like just look at that little smile. Just look at that little smile. Look at that cute little smile. Center bangs now. We've centered the bangs. We've got mohawk bangs. And you know, the shoes, everything looks a little bit more full. The previous versions had like long human legs, and now these legs are a little bit more padded, a little bit fuller. He just looks a little bit rounder, a little bit cuter. You know, he looks like almost like an inflatable, but these aren't inflatable costumes. You can see that they're still fabric, but I love it. I love this look. I love these guys. These guys are so great. I gotta go to Japan. I gotta go. I think I'm just gonna start selling a lot of my collectibles to just fund my trip to Japan. So let me know in the comments if I should go to Japan so I can visit. Anyway, these costumes peak cuteness in Dubai. Can't get much sharper than these. The lines are all smooth. Everything's so round. It's just tight. It's just tight. It's good. Now, the Sonic Boom game from 2014. Sonic Boom.
We bring the boom!
I think Sonic Boom did the fans dirty, right? If I remember correctly, everyone's like, what? Why is Sonic wearing one of those like cringy, like alt boy scarves? You know what I mean? Why is, why did Tails get a World of Warcraft makeover with like Blizzard Goblin goggles and like a weird belt? I'm not sure. Also, the best part of this is perhaps the hyper moody Tails bangs that he's got coming down from under his goggles. Like, why, Moody Tails? Why are you wearing your hair all, what's with moody Sonic characters? It's such a vibe, and I don't know. I think it's cool. I love mascots with accessories, so I think it's cool. Those like, I just want to like knock on those gems, like those red gem goggles and like touch them. I want to feel them, but you know, Sonic Boom, man, Sonic Boom. Maybe I'm crazy. Gotta let me know. You Sonic fans gotta let me know, because I'm not, you know, like it's not. I'm Disney Dan. You know, I do these things. They're not Disney. Everyone's like, well, that's not a Disney character. But you know, I'm also Mascot Dan. You know, in your hearts, I'm the mascot king. We gotta talk about mascots. We gotta preserve video game history. It's just as much fun as theme park history. It's just as immersive. You spent just as many hours toiling away playing video games as a kid, sitting it by the glow of a TV, just loving it. So you know, Sonic Boom was not great, but
We bring the boom!
Now, in true Tails fashion, he shows up to the scene in 2022 for Sonic 2. You know, because he's like a sequel guy. He's got two tails. You get it. You get it.
Meow.
And remember that original hyper fuzzy Sonic costume that we got for the original movie? Well, they made fuzzy versions of Knuckles and Tails. They just made fuzzy versions. They're just hyper fuzzy. They're like they're almost like weirdly as fuzzy as the first version of Tails. Like the tail is very like, it stands straight up in the back. This tails are like no floppy tails. A lot of floppy tails previously, you know. And he's got cute little dots on his eyes, cute little pupil dots. You know those like little anime dots on the pupils. I mean, they weirdly look like they just got like a lot of static electricity. Like if you hug these guys, you're easily getting shocked by them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Sonic 2, man. I like these Sonic movies, honestly. My kids love them. My kids don't even play Sonic, but they love them, and I love them, and I can't wait to go see Sonic 3. I can't wait. These costumes are back out, you know, for Sonic 3. I'm sure they will continue to do the rounds for others, but it's not just, like, there's other international costumes, and it's hard to tell if some of these are legit or not, if they're just, like, I don't know how it works in some of these movie theaters, but like someone showed me the costumes from Brazil, from like a movie theater appearances in Brazil, and while the Tails is mid, it's mid. It feels like we're going backwards with that Tails. The Tails alone makes me like, is this legit or is this like a birthday party rental thing? But I had to show this because look at this. Look at the Sonic eyes. They're glowing. That's amazing.
Gotta go fast.
Now, in the year of our Lord 2024 at the Tokyo Game Show, we got a brand new Tails. We have the modern Tails, and It's the best one. It's the best one on the list. It's literally a save the best for last. This Modern Tales is just stunning. It's all got all the sensibilities and cleverness of like modern Disney costumes. Like they really figured it out with this. Big, sharp, bright eyes that are like shiny and like just like Mickey Mouse. Very round, smooth edges. Everything looks very tight. Even the shoes are like big and oversized, like Mickey's big yellow shoes. You know, I just love it. It feels like it wandered out of like my Nintendo Switch, this like hyper polished 3D character, this beautifully like look at the tail. It's just so gorgeous. This thing is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Who gave this Tails costume the right to be this stunning? Look, if you're somebody who needs to get everything done fast because you're just a fast guy, you know, and you just like to, you zip around, Squarespace is perfect. Today's video sponsor has the best website building tool to help you get a website fast. Like fast. You know what I mean? Like fast.
Gotta go fast.
Squarespace has done it again. Forget AI and welcome design intelligence, combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. Design intelligence empowers anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to their unique needs and craft a bespoke digital identity to use across one's entire online presence. It is kind of funny, like as a kid, like, you know, the idea of like a crazy mad scientist who could like build a website and build robots, like playing these games, you know, it was always us versus technology. It was like nature versus technology. And now here we are, Dr. Robotnik 1, baby. And we've got websites powered by science and computers that will just like make your life so much easier. It's incredible. And Squarespace's super flexible templates continue to be amazing. Get started with a professionally designed Squarespace website template with options for every use and category. Then customize your look, update content, and add features to fit your needs. Transform any template into your own and stand out online on every device. Even mobile. They let you edit mobile. It's great. And here's something pretty cool for all your small businesses out there. Introducing Invoices, an easy way to collect payments so you can focus on growing your business. Invoice clients and get paid for your services, turn leads into client proposals, estimates, and contracts, and simplify your workflow and manage your service business on one platform. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/DisneyDan to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Well, there you go. There's all the tales that I was able to find in my research for this incredible mascot history. Let me know in the comments on the holy social medias. I'm over on Blue Sky now too, if I missed any tales and what tales I missed. And if you have pictures of them, pictures with them, let us know in the comments. Like, cause sometimes, man, especially with these video game characters, the sidekicks of video game characters, things get super niche and hard to find. But I think we found a lot of really fun Tales mascots. So I had a great time. Let me know what other video game characters you would like to see me cover down in the comments. Leave me a video game emoji, your choice. I'll have to guess, I guess, which video game you're referencing with the emoji. But leave me a video game emoji and then tell me a video game character you would like to see me cover in a mascot history. We've got some really fun ones. Mario, Sonic, Donkey Kong, and now Tails. Come on down to my podcast, Fun, where you can find lots of other fun Disney Dan chats with all of his YouTube friends. Hey, patrons, thanks for supporting me. My patrons are awesome. They allow me to go do some really fun adventures. Lots of great stuff planned for 2025, guys. Like, we've got some really, really fun stuff planned. So you gotta stick around, come subscribe, and good luck with your viewing of Sonic 3. May it be good for you, if you're into that. Thanks for watching, guys. You rock.